Hello everyone, and welcome to the first video in my series of climbing to the top 700 in Legends of Runeterra ranked to attempt to qualify for the end of the year seasonal tournament. This video is a little bit different than what I usually do. Usually what I do is I take and try to do something kind of funny or like play through a game, give my reactions to it, or hang out with my friends and we have a good time. This video is going to be recording my attempt to climb in this game. And so it might not be as funny, but I am still going to be very informative, because one of my major downfalls in this game is I don't spend enough time thinking about my moves. I kind of just like go after I see an opportunity, and hopefully having to stop and explain my thought process and what I'm trying to do will make me be better at this game. It will also help people who are trying to learn or, you know, learn about the game or get better. Hopefully it'll help them as well. A little bit of my history as a trading card game player. I took and played Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot when I was a kid. My mom and dad taught me how to play it after I watched the anime a whole bunch, and they'd watch it with me. My mom always beat me. She would never go easy on me. I still don't think I've beat her at Yu-Gi-Oh! To this day. That woman is insanely good at board card games. I've never beat her in chess either. Not once. But yeah, so they taught me how to play. I played in like some little small kid tournaments as a child in like bookstores and stuff, and did all right. I mean, you know, the caliber of player there wasn't very high. So, and then the hobby got expensive as I got older, you know, having to constantly buy new cards to stay updated. And stay competitive as the power creep continued. So I got out of the hobby. I played a little bit in like virtual Yu-Gi-Oh games with some of my friends for a little while, but for the most part, kind of stopped playing card games until this July of this summer, when a friend of mine introduced me to this game because he thought it was fun. He was playing against the bots and stuff, and I kind of got hooked immediately. This really has filled the hole in my heart that has been there since I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh about 6-7 years ago. At this point, I feel old. And it's a lot of fun. So I've been playing. I started playing in July, didn't really get into the game until late August. And I'm now, you know, we're in October, they've announced this tournament. I'm trying to play it competitively. As you can see, if we go into a game real quick, I have no points, and I'm iron. So we're starting off from complete scratch. And in order to qualify for this tournament at the end of the year, I have to be in the top 700 of all North American Legends of Runeterra players. I think if we go down here to, yeah, the leaderboard, there's only one dude in Masters. What? I've never actually looked at this leaderboard, so we're just going to go through, and we're just going to go through this for the first time together. I don't actually know how this works. But, I guess the ranks did just recently reset, so. But yeah, so we're very far away. I don't know exactly the tiers, but I know that if it's anything like Legends of, or League of Legends, that I have to go through like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. I think Masters is after that. But yeah, it's a long climb. I got 2 months though, because the tournament, I don't know when like the qualification ends per se, but I know that like the first round of games for the tournament is on December 6th. So we have just under 2 months to climb. And hopefully we're going to get there. The decks that I use, since I'm kind of new to ranked and also the meta, we just recently had the Tom Kinch and Soraka and Shyvana cards come out. The Landmarks, Mountains of Power, as I believe the expansion's called. I'm not sure what the meta's going to be. The meta's kind of been dominated by Lee Sin, but that's at the top. It's the tippy top. I don't know what to expect down here in Iron. The decks that I use today are going to probably be this Heimerdinger Lux deck, made by MegaMogwai. Fantastic Legends of Runeterra content creator. He's been a card game player for a long time. I've started watching him recently. We'll put a link down to his channel in the description, along with the video to whatever deck of his I might use. And then we have this, which is just like the standard Swain Twisted Fate control deck. I don't know who originally made this. Probably like Swim or someone of the big ones. I'll just put a link to the deck code in the description as well. And I'm sure that Mobalytics will figure out who made it. Maybe as an editor's note, we can put in who made this deck, because I'm just not sure who originally made this archetype. We're going to start off with Heimerdinger Lux, because I feel like I'm less likely to find mirror matches that way. And I've also been having a lot of fun with Heimerdinger. To give a little bit of an overview of the deck, just to kind of give you an idea of what we're going for. The deck takes and focuses around Heimerdinger and Lux. Heimerdinger, he summons turrets whenever you cast spells, based on what the tier of the spell is, how much its mana costs. It summons different turrets. Some of these are very, very powerful. I won't be going through and giving a complete overview of how the game works, because I'm assuming that if you are interested in the game, you have a rough idea of how it works, and if you don't, then you'll kind of catch on pretty quickly as I explain my moves. But if you're looking for like a complete understanding of the basics, I could make that video as well for y'all, or you could look up someone else's. Let me know down in the comments, and also let me know down in the comments if you think there's any way I can improve on any of these decks. If, with some balance changes, some cards have been changed. I don't think any of these in this deck have been changed recently. But, is there anything you think I can do better? Or any suggestions or anything? You can let me know down below. But the kind of rough way that we play this deck is you get Heimerdinger on the field and use him to summon lots and lots of turrets. And then Lux is there to help, because what she does is that whenever you cast enough mana, she creates this card, which does 4 to an enemy, which is a really good way to clear your enemy's board even more after, attacking with a bunch of turrets. Because it costs 0, so it doesn't cost anything to play. You deal 4 to an enemy. If the enemy's health is less than 4, you deal damage to the enemy's nexus. And she's also a 5/6, which makes her beefy as hell. Our early game is kind of slow. Typically, what we want to do is try to hopefully get a Remembrance, along with maybe some Flashes of Brilliance. Flash of Brilliance is really good. It's a burst spell that costs nothing to cast, because it costs 3 mana and it gives you back 3 mana. Another thing that's important in this deck is the Tri-Beam Improbulator, which is whenever you play a 3-cost card, it takes and increases that deal 1/2 unit and summon a random 1-cost follower, both by 1. And we have a lot of 3-costs. We get Secession, Relentless Pursuit, Barriers, Flash of Brilliance. Because this is another really good removal spell that gets rid of one of your opponent's cards, while also giving you a really powerful follower on your side of the field. One off of Progress Day, because Heimerdinger turns into this card whenever you draw a copy of him. So that's just there to help give us some card draw to make sure that we don't run out of gas in the end. But we'll probably get that from Heimerdinger before we draw the actual Progress Day. It's also really good because if you cast a Progress Day, then you get this really powerful card called T-Hex. He's very good. He's an 8/8 that you get for free if Heimerdinger's leveled up. When you get him, that is a 9/9 for 0 mana. Technically, you have to cast a spell, but you already were going to cast a spell, so you get something extra out of it. Heimerdinger's really good. It is MegaMogwai's favorite champion in the game, or no, his favorite's Twisted Fate. One of his favorite champions is Heimerdinger. His favorite champion in League of Legends is Heimerdinger. But yeah, so now that we've kind of gone over, we got things like Ranger's Resolve and Thermo Beam to have some more removal and protection for our cards. Mage Seeker, this guy's also very good. He becomes a 4/3 with Challenger, which allows me to drag units off of the enemy's bench and place them where I want them. Once you cast a 6-cost spell, which, we have Remembrance and Progress Day, which we're going to be using in basically every game, so he's guaranteed to get that little boost. But I think that's everything. So we're gonna go ahead and start playing. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's really gross. Oh, so this is another type of control deck, the Swain Gangplank. Relentless Pursuit, I'm probably gonna need. So the problem is this is a mixture between like a control and an aggro deck. I don't think we're gonna need the single combat either. This mechanic is mulligan, you just get some new cards. Okay, having both of my champions in my opening hand is good. The problem is this is a very aggressive deck, I believe. It's not standard, I usually don't see Misfortune in there. But, yeah. Yeah, so, I could slow down Gangplank's level up with the Thermo Beam. I just don't know if that's worth it or not. It's only one. It's only one. We'll let it stay.
I'll be quick.
Oh god, yeah, so this, we typically don't do much our first couple rounds, depending. You know, we're gonna wait till we can get off things like Remembrance or Vanguard Sergeant.
No prey, no pay.
Yeah, okay, this is a problem.
Soldiers, to me.
But we can get rid of Misfortune. Let's see, it's Bilgewater Noxus. He doesn't really have much to buff her.
You won't feel it first.
So we're gonna take the hit from this.
Mwah.
And then we'll Thermo Beam Misfortune to get rid of her. Because we need her off the field ASAP. Because her power, whenever allies attack, so she can just put forward allies, she doesn't have to be in the field. She deals 1 to every battling enemy and our Nexus. She does quite a lot. She's a very powerful card, and we need to make sure that she doesn't level up, because her level up is even worse. And she's also, even if we block, she guarantees that Gangplank level up every turn. It's taking a long time to think here. He doesn't have anything, I don't think, to save her, so I don't know why he's taking so long for.
I'll be damned.
Because Noxus and Bilgewater are more about, they aren't really about defending or buffing, they're more about just attacks. What are you waiting on? Also, the editor's note, lads, this would be like a time where you might cut this out, waiting for him to think. So I think the best thing for us to do here is going to be to open attack to guarantee some damage or get rid of that elusive unit. Because we can play Heimerdinger next turn, which means I want to have some mana to play for him. I could do Mage Seeker Persuader. But if I have 3 things on the field, then that's reason for him to use. Ooh, that's nasty. I think I'll waste the 1 mana. If I have things on the field, like 2 units, and that's reason for him to use a... that's reason for him to use Make It Rain to ping 2 of my units and my Nexus without wasting any of the damage from it. See, now this makes sense because he's just trying to aggro us down. And I can give Heimerdinger Barrier if I really need to, with these Prismatic Barriers, in case he tries to do anything to him. So yeah, so Gangplank's going to be guaranteed level up. There's nothing I can do to stop that. So what I could do here is I could play Lux, and attack with Lux, because she already has a barrier.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
And then can do like maybe another barrier onto something else, maybe Heimerdinger to get a turret out. But we probably want to do that in response. So we definitely want to attack with these 2. That's guaranteed damage right there, quite a lot of damage. And maybe we save the barrier, but there'd be no reason for him to attack with either of those cards. So what we could do is we could maybe bait him into attacking our Heimerdinger and then give him a barrier. But I feel like that might be a waste. Since we're already attacking, the turret won't be super useful. You know, unfortunately, we have nothing to stop that from leveling up Gangplank, because we don't have any damage left because we got rid of Misfortune. But if we didn't get rid of Misfortune, then he would have leveled up anyway. So So if Gangplank might come down this turn, no. Oh my god. Interesting. We have a lot of protection. We have a lot of protection here.
Discipline and steel.
Ranger's Resolve could be good. I'm definitely going to want to use one of these barriers this round. But he's probably not going to attack with anything. It's not elusive, though, is the problem. Probably summon the Persuader and then next turn go for a 4 Demacia.
Remember the objectives.
I've never seen this deck before.
Make the Empire proud.
It's such a weird archetype.
Magic corrupts Demacia from within.
Your Demacia's nothing like what I know.
That's a really cool thing about this game is I love like the character interactions between the different cards. I don't know too much about the lore of League of Legends, but I'm learning more about it as I play this game. See, he's got 3 mana. There's nothing that it makes sense. Like, he could use Make It Rain, but he's going to want to use that to, like, get rid of my turrets. Or try to get rid of my turrets.
That's it.
Yeah. There's no reason not to do that. That guarantees a lot of damage. See, they could have a Decimate in hand. And a Decimate would be really bad for us. We might lose this just because it's Pirate aggro. Combined with Swain, but he's not coming to play this much. It's just really been the aggro. Just because I'm very, very weak. Alright, so we definitely need to start off with a 4 Demacia. To give us that Lux level up. Which will allow us to Final Spark and get rid of one of these units. Probably want to get rid of like Smooth Soloist. And then use Mystic Shot to go to the other elusive unit. Because this is going to generate us a Florbegon. Where is it? A Florbegon, which is elusive, which is guaranteed 6 damage if we get rid of the elusive units on his board. But he's probably running 3 copies of this. And he's most likely got another one in his hand. What are you thinking about?
Progress waits for no one.
Stand strong.
I've been hiding my light too long.
Alright. So now we have Florbegon. He's got Challenger, which will allow us to get rid of any of these other annoying units.
Set the course.
Ooh. So we could definitely get rid of that with Mage Seeker. So let's summon the Florbegon. And then we'll use Final Spark to get rid of that Smooth Soloist, I think. Or should I? And then Crackshot Corsair, honestly, should probably go in. Mystic Shot. What? He must have been completely out of gas. Like, he must have had nothing left in his deck. Or in his hand, rather. That's incredible. I thought we lost. He did like, his level ups are slow. Don't get me wrong. Because typically with an aggro deck, you want to be having a really good board presence, a really good damage under your opponent by like turn 5 or 6, which he did. He had us on 6 health. If he had a Decimate in his deck, he would have been fine. He just drew Misfortune too. And I mean, I guess our board was pretty beefy, and we were about to deal with his pretty well, and we could use Heimerdinger to get more, but still, like, he needed, like, probably, like, a turn or two, and I think we would have lost, just for having Misfortune on the board. Because he could have summoned Misfortune and then attacked, and guaranteed, between the Corsair and Misfortune, which we probably would have gotten rid of the Corsair, but Misfortune would have guaranteed 1 damage, which already puts us 1 away from Decimate. Weird. Alright. What? Vlad Darius Braum. I mean, I guess that makes sense to level Braum up faster. Let's see, we don't want that because that's useful, but there's other cards that we need more than that. The odds of us getting another barrier are pretty good, I think. So let's swap those and try to get like Heimerdinger or something. Not that. Fuck. I have one of you. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you until like mana 8. Alright. So he's got the attack initiative next round. Okay, there's Lux. That's good. So this turn we could flash Brilliance Remembrance.
Oh, I can't wait.
Nothing that gets summoned by this will let her live, I don't think. And he doesn't have Transfusion because he doesn't have their ally on the board, and he's only got 1 mana. Oh my god, give me the dragon, please. Give me the dragon with Challenger and Fury.
I've got this.
Now he could Transfusion. Which would be the smartest play. Yep.
I love a taste of the action.
Well, no reason. Oh, I should wait. Yeah, I'll just have to take that damage. Because I don't want her to survive. Alright. I could single combat to get rid of both of them. I could Mystic Shot. I think what we do is we attack. Let's see what he does. A lot of this, a lot of what this is gonna be me just having to get lucky. That's just a lot of what it is. Because it is a card game, so it is largely luck dependent.
Get in my way.
Fuck.
What you did.
Alright, well, let's Mystic Shot and get rid of that one as well, because he has nothing to stop it, obviously. It's a Crimson deck. I have never played against a Crimson deck before.
I like your style.
I like your face.
That's already very obnoxious. It must be a version of an aggro deck. I kind of hate it. I've also, like, again, I'm not getting good.
Man with
Fuck.
style.
Heard it all before. Discipline and steel.
If they mattered, I'd let them live.
Yeah, no reason. We have to just take the hit from him and get rid of these two. The good thing about this deck is that even if we're on, you know, even if we're doing low, we can still pull it back.
The sun is shining.
I really needed Heimerdinger to fill my board up.
What do you want?
Why would you play that? Why would you play that? That seems very silly. So I think what we can do here is we can single combat to get rid of that one. Or we can attack with this. There's no reason not to attack with Lux because she has barrier. And then Radiant Guardian, and then he can only block so much, is the thing here.
Real tough, aren't you?
That's why he did that. Okay. Okay, so that's Vlad's level up. He's at 3 health, so he can be dealt with a Vanguard Sergeant. I think I don't want to do Progress Day because I don't want to leave myself open. I think we pass because he's definitely going to attack. So we can do like a what do we have? Do a barrier onto one of these guys.
Yeah, whatever. You will not prevail.
Demacian steel. Try Demacian magic.
All right, that should be good. Get rid of those guys. Lux is now 3 mana away from her level up. There's no reason to rally because I don't want to kill that thing. God, it's a lot of mana to burn though. Gonna have to do it. The good thing here is that he's running out of gas. Now, he's only got, you know, a couple cards in hand. But the bad thing here is I'm also running out of gas because I have mostly spells and I don't have Heimerdinger to transform them into units. Alright, we're gonna have to do Progress Day here. Give us some more draw. Get that Lux level up.
Hiding my light too long.
And then we'll summon summon another unit. We are in a very rough spot right now. Okay, so whenever she survives damage, she gets +3. So, she has Overwhelm. We can do 4 to her. So we could do 4 to her, attack with this guy, and then do Thermo Beam to finish her off, I think is what we should do. That's probably our best move here.
Just another winter.
Yeah, and then next turn, she won't kill us. So what we can do next turn is we can remove her in a combination of these two. So I can also single combat her.
Be grateful I even noticed.
Alright, so he's going for a board wipe here. For the Fallen, that's not what I need. How much more does she need? 1. Okay, so we can do this. We can give them tough, give us Final Spark. And that allows us to deal with the Scar Mother. And then we can block the rest of them. He's like out of gas at this point, because he's got no cards in hand. So he's got all this mana that's just going to waste. Whereas we can answer most of what he's going to throw at us, thankfully.
I will hold the line.
And then
Down from what you believe.
give her barrier, because we have a lot of mana to use. That way she takes no damage. So that is going to be... Those Enraged Jetties are going to be a problem, but hopefully he won't draw them. Is the thing that we have to hope for. So we have 7 mana. And then I see no reason not to single combat this to give Lux more for Final Spark, and he's got tough, so he'll live. Look, I don't know how much draw this deck has, but we can open attack, and we also have Relentless Pursuit. Relentless Pursuit is going to be very helpful here to help finish him off, because he's only got 1 card, so he can only do so much per turn.
Oh, great.
Yep, so we have that, and then we can... let's see, will Fort Demacia finish him off? Because that'll be +3, which gives her 8. Let's see. Single combat allows us to get rid of the Crimson Awakener if we do Fort Demacia. And then we can do... let's see, that's 4? That's not... We don't have enough. We only have 13. No, that is enough. So we could do Fort Demacia, Tri-Beam, Relentless Pursuit. So first, let's do the Tri-Beam to give a unit some damage. Or summon a unit, rather. Nice, and we have the Final Spark to clear his board.
No more holding back.
And then, do we even need... We don't even need the Fort Demacia, so we can just do Relentless Pursuit. And there's nothing you can do to stop this, so if he doesn't surrender right now, then, yeah. Nice try. No reason to be in him. Whew! Alright. That was rough in the beginning there. He got us hard. He got us real hard. So it's... So, having more than 2 champions in a deck is just a bad idea. Like, that's just straight stupid, honestly. Because you have to just put so many cards in there to try to support all of those champions correctly that your deck is all over the place. You should never have more than 2 champs, honestly. Unless you're doing like a meme deck, but you shouldn't play a meme deck in ranked. So having a champion like Lux in our hand is good. Having Improbulator in our starting hand is good. I'm only going to delay all those other cards. Because I didn't need... I needed units, essentially. I needed to get rid of everything in there that wasn't this, so I could get some units. Yeah, see, now we can use this Remembrance to make him a 4/3 with Challenger, which will be very good. And we get the Screeching Dragon, which is incredible. A very, very good card. Absolutely want to get rid of that. I don't think there's a Frostbite in his deck. I don't think there's a Frostbite that's a 1 mana, so... But yeah, this is an interesting matchup, because you're going to want to try to do damage to the Nexus with Teemo and for Sejuani's level up. It's kind of a weird the way that they're approaching it. Let's see, so that... Getting him on the field's good, because having challengers is very good in case Teemo rears his ugly head. And then we don't want to attack with those. Oh, nice, okay, he didn't attack. Interesting. He's going to probably want to use those to push for the Teemo level up. I want to save this remembrance for when we get... So what we'll do here is we'll give him barrier. That way he lives, and the only way he could stop that is with a frostbite. And the sooner we get rid of Starlit Seer, yeah, so he's gonna do that to buff up his top ally a whole bunch. And get towards that Teemo level up. So I guess I could see some of the synergy here with, you know, Starlight. Alright, that's Teemo's level up if he gets on the board. But if Teemo does get on the board, we have challenger units to deal with him. And his top ally has now been buffed. +3/+3, which is insane. +4/+4, okay. That's like kind of ridiculous. But we get Lux this level, which is good.
Bow to no one.
Alright, I don't have a barrier. I think I'm just gonna Thermo Beam Sejuani. I have to get rid of her. She's a problem.
Well fought.
That was a lot of my mana, but it was also get rid of a huge problem. And then he can't even kill the Screeching Dragon this turn. And he won't be able to kill it with Omen Hawk next turn. We could summon Lux, but I don't want to give him a chance to summon something else that could be a problem, so I think I'm just going to guarantee this damage. Oh, I didn't realize that applies after. Okay, that was my bad. Yeah, so that's on the field, so let's do Lux.
We can do this.
I should have played her because she could have barriered into him, but that's okay. I misplayed that a little bit, but not too bad.
Across the seas and into battle.
Wait, how did he damage? Oh, fuck. Double the health of all ally. I'm kind of fucked, I think. He can't play her this turn, which is good for me. But he's gonna have to beef up that Improbulator as much as possible to deal with. Oh my god, that's gonna be so disgusting to deal with.
Pushing my limits.
We're gonna have to use so much removal on that. And I can do another Remembrance to get rid to do some more damage. Also, use Redoubled Valor on Lux to help her contest with Sejuani, but even that, she still wouldn't live through that is the problem. He's drained himself of mana for the most part, so we have a decent room to work here. If he attacks, then we'll probably go Remembrance. Because it will... Well, no, I guess because I want her to level up from that. I want her to have her from this. I'm not sure what to do here, because that is coming down next turn. So I really need to build my board state up as much as I can this turn to try to just do a bunch of damage. Because that's going to frostbite, so I have to open attack this upcoming turn. So I think we do another Remembrance to get another final Spark to just clear his board as much as possible. I think we final Spark the Tusk Raider to get rid of it and do some damage.
A beacon through the dark.
Damn, that's annoying. So I can final Spark it again, and it's good that he used that on someone on that instead of Sejuani, honestly. Because I can Mystic Shot it. It's gonna block one of my things, but I can challenge it and then kill it. So we can do like this, And this into this, and then this, and then this, and we're gonna have to lose him, but we can Mystic Shot that one and attack. Yeah. It's still dead though, dude. Unless you have another one. I don't know why he'd waste that like that. That was a misplay there. Yeah, so Sejuani's coming down this round. So we have open attacked.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
Do I have a 3 cost to play? I don't have a 3 cost to play, but I can do this into the Improbulator, which also gives us another Final Spark. Because I don't want Frostbite. I do not want. And then, oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, so with this we can clear his board, which we need to, and do a lot of damage to his Nexus, because we just have to survive. Once Sejuani comes down, if we can live... I really need to draw a barrier here. It's single combat, that's not what I need, but I do have Progress Day. I could Progress Day into a barrier.
Carved from the savage cold.
And I do, which is good. And it's a Final Spark, which is also really good. Go ahead and Final Spark Sejuani, just work on chunking her down. Yep, Puff Caps. The Puff Caps aren't going to be too much of a problem, because there's only 17 in there.
By the light.
Ride onward.
Yeah, and then we give her a barrier. I don't think... he doesn't have much direct damage. He could have a Mystic Shot. But he does not, which is good. And we have Relentless Pursuit. We don't have a Challenger unit. But we do have a Heimerdinger. So we could Heimerdinger into single combats.
Eminently logical.
Fuck. Okay, what do we do here? I can't. Can I use that on? Let's see. She wouldn't live. Fuck. That's like one. He just top decked that too. That's a perfect top deck. Wait, no, he's had that for a while. He had that. He drew that a long time ago from the Starlit Seer. Okay. Fuck. I have to pass. That's like the perfect card. He must have. So his last card must be Ash or something? Fuck. I think I might lose this. And it's just because. Oh. If he doesn't open attack. Oh my god, 14-14. But it doesn't have Overwhelm, which is good. So fuck. Alright, what does she have? She needs. That would give me a T-Hex. But it also burn all of my mana, which I can't do. So I think what I have to do... I don't think there's anything I can do. I think he's just got too much beef. That Plaza Guardian's kind of insane. 8, 6, yeah, I can't attack with anything here. I guess I can start trying... No, because then he can just attack and we'll play my turrets. I have to Thermo Beam Sejuani, I think, here. Because I can block all the rest of them. She's the one that's annoying with Overwhelm.
I refuse.
This gives me a Final Spark. And a T-Hex. If I can live through this round, I might have a chance. I have to lose all of my... So let's see, what's better here? Because Lux gives me the Final Spark. And that puts that on 4. Those 2 are gone. Heimerdinger lets me use my cards to get more turrets. So we should block with that. He's only got 1 card left. I have no idea what that 1 card is, but... Yeah, so let's see. We do Final Spark into the Yeti to clear it. Actually, the smarter thing would have been to use it on the Ice Veil Archer, actually. because that would have done a bunch of damage to his Nexus. Okay, fuck. Alright.
Must begin somewhere.
There's the Challenger unit. And there's the T-Hex. I just have to, like... Okay, so we can improvulate this to get rid of that. That's one thing down. We have a Poro. That's elusive. That's very good. That's guaranteed 1 damage. Okay, so I have to fuck, that's another super beefy unit. I have 2 rallies, though. But I only have 1...
I think not.
Oh, let's see. This is a really, really close game. Like, he's just gotten, like, he's running low. Alright, so we start off with this. We gotta take one of those. And then, if I take, and we do this, depending on which one that blocks with. So I think what I can do here is he's probably going to block this with this. But I can, and then this with this one. And I can single combat this into this, which will bring it, which will kill it, and then I win. Because it has Overwhelm. I think that's what we have to do here. Because he has no cards left. And that's a guaranteed 5 damage from these 2. I think I just win. I think I just won the game. Oh my god, that was close. Holy hell. I didn't think the games were going to be this hard at, like, this rank. I mean, I guess it is luck. And, like, it's not like it's League where, you know, you have to be mechanically skilled. You just have to know the game well enough. And get, you know, the cards that you need, or have a deck that's built in such a way that you can, have a deck that's built in such a way that it, like, you have a good combination of cards throughout and lots of different combos you can pull off. But damn, I think his problem there was, yeah, he had a weird region combination and a weird champion combination, honestly. He should have, I can see, I think Sejuani Teemo is something I've seen before, but throwing the Ashe in there is 2 cards that you've lost out on, which could be other useful cards. And then you're also probably trying to build in some Frostbites more than you probably would in a regular Sejuani Teemo deck for the Ashe level up. Alright, but yeah, next game. Alright, Freljord, Piltover with that. Alright, we definitely want to keep those in hand. Relentless Pursuit I want to have, because that's can end games, and I think I want to get rid of the Thermo Beam. No, we'll keep the Thermo Beam, because I think Jinx is a 3, yeah. If he throws down, he could throw down Jinx pretty early, which I don't see, unless he's emptied his hand, you know, there's no real reason to play Jinx. But he could throw down a Jinx early, and we could Thermo Beam her. Alright, let's see. His attack token, what's he gonna do? Freljord, he doesn't have an Omen Hawk, he would have played it. He's got stuff like Omen Hawks that he could use in Freljord. Zonite Urchin, but she discards one and draws one, so that's not as helpful for Jinx. Patch Robot, ah, this is the new one. This is a new card that just came out, it has a random keyword each round. Yeah, no reason to deal with that. That's, the lifesteal is not super important, and it's a 2/3. You can deal with that pretty easily, should we have to. We have 2 Flashes of Brilliance to beef up this Improbulator, which is really good. Okay. That's a decent play. So yeah, so let's see, what do we have this turn? We can do Flash of Brilliance into another Flash of Brilliance, and Yielding Spirit, that could be pretty good for Lux. Reinforcements? Oh damn, that could also be pretty decent. And I think since we have this source of removal with this, we can get rid of the Porobot and summon something on our side of the field. Could use Mystic Shot to get rid of the Chopper, maybe? Pew pew. No, Nice. An Enraged Jetty. That's really good to have. That's a 1 mana 5/5. And then that thing has... I could Thermo Beam it. I could Mystic Shot the Chomper. I don't really see a reason to, though, so I should probably hang on to the mana because we can play Hyperdinger soon. The Daring Poros aren't going to be too much of a problem. They're elusives, but they're only 1/1. That's he's got a wide board with lots of chump blockers, but it's not too bad. We get that Enraged Jetty in a couple turns. And the Enraged Jetty will be very good to deal with anything that he throws down. Mystic Shot or Thermo Beam something.
Follow along, little ones.
Let's see, there's not a lot I can do here. I could single combat that if he attacks and can clear both of those. So I reckon I'll pass. I mean, there's no reason for him not to attack this turn. Okay. I don't really want to waste a single combat on those things. Well, that is a decent amount of damage. And I guess I'll just have to waste the mana. Or he'll summon something and then I can deal with it. Because I really need to have mana for when I play Heimerdinger. Another Poro. Although his board's filled with Poros, so that's good. I mean, they aren't the strongest things. Alright, so let's do Heimerdinger.
Eminently logical.
So the next card's going to be the Enraged Yeti, because this is the top 3. So we have...
Rules are made to be broken.
That's what I was waiting for, a Jinx. Want to get rid of her as soon as possible. Because his hand's very low. The thing that sucks about a Jinx deck is you want to try to get your hand as low as possible. And in doing so, you suffer from, you know, running out of gas. Alright, that's fine. Since those are elusives, we want to attack. So he'll either tank the damage or lose on Poros. Because those elusives are going to start stacking up pretty quickly. Now that they do 8 damage per turn. But we have single combats and Mystic Shots to get rid of 2 of them. Probably want to do, let's see, depending on what he does. My Heimerdinger. There's nothing I can do about that. That sucks. So what we're going to want to do here is we want to get the most use out of Heimerdinger that we can by casting 2 spells to get 2 turrets while also getting rid of 2 of his cards. Because that'll go off before they get excited. Which will give us... hope you enjoyed the video today. Had some good games, had some bad games. I will see you all next time as we continue to climb. I'm going to be trying to do this every day. So, going to be a lot of videos, a lot of content, a lot of wins, a lot of losses, a lot of things you all enjoy. I can't talk. Too much brain power used. Hope you enjoy it. But we'll be able to fill our board up with lots of units. And we should be able to wipe the Poros off the board this next turn. Yeah, that secession is very nice. Get another unit on the board. And then we can just send all of these to attack and clear his board of those damn Poros. And then we can summon, we can probably rally again, because we'll lose a maximum of 4 units. And he'll have a cleared board. Because the thing is he can't take these hits, but losing out on his Poros means that, you know, he can't damage us. Ooh. That was a mistake. I didn't lose a single unit there, so now I can just Relentless Pursuit. And... okay, I lose 1, but that's fine. And he does get 3 new cards. That does suck. But because of those Poros, I do still need to Relentless Pursuit to try to clear the elusive units at least. Because I just gotta get rid of all those damn Poros, man. Alright, he can't use those this turn. And it'll only be 2 of them, so he won't be able to deal with me next turn. And he's got to lose a lot from this.
Stay away from that sweat. How easy on
He's
the
got to
joints, then?
he's got to block with all of his board. Yeah. All right, nice. I don't have any direct. If I get a mystic shot, then I'm in a good position because this region combination does have healing, but he hasn't used any yet. So I'm not sure if he is. And then you can use reinforcements. So do we use reinforcements? Reinforcements gets us 2 vanguards and grants everybody +1/+1 to survive the Poros. And then we'll get rid of one of them. Because you can only have so much. We're both kind of running low right now. But there's no way that he should be able to do all that damage. Ah, fuck. I fucked that up. I should have waited. I totally forgot about that card. Oh, man. I should have waited. Well, no, because he wouldn't have played it till after I played something, so I don't think there's anything I could have done there. Because whenever I would have... Because he probably wouldn't have played the Battle Fury. Although, then again, this is low elo, so he might have. I should have waited for the Mystic Shot. That was an incident of me being stupid. But the thing is that if he waited... Because what... The dumb... I would have probably lost there no matter what, because whenever he attacked, I probably would have used the Mystic Shot to kill one of the Poros, and then he would have Battle Fury the other. That's just a case of me not knowing enough about the game yet to know that's a card that could be there that I would have to deal with. Gross. Soraka does a lot of healing, and he's also, if he's running Soraka, it means he's running the landmark Star Spring. So replacing Hybridinger because we already have one, and then replacing that unit with something else because we have this Remembrance for a turn 3 play, or Secession on top of something else. So he's probably going to run this new card called Star Spring, which provides an alternate win condition besides just beating down the Nexus. Star Spring gives you if you heal 22 points of damage throughout a game, wow. If you heal 22 points of damage throughout the game, you just win. Which is very easy to do with Soraka and some of the new cards that Soraka brings. There's no reason not to open attack here. Unless he has something else in hand. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, come on. Commit. Nothing I can do there. I could do Remembrance into Mage Seeker Persuade, or I could do Succession into... I'm gonna hope that we don't get the damn Guardian Lady. Because this is just better, because it makes my Mage Seeker's Challenger and makes him a little beefier. Like, I could challenge that thing and he would survive. Oh, Screeching Dragon. Fantastic. Because if Soraka could live...
Need a hand, little star?
So we're probably this upcoming turn going to play both of our Mage Seekers, perhaps? Maybe like yeah, because we get 4 mana. We have the attack token. I'm going to play 1.
Mages can't hide from
And I might challenge that and then challenge that to get rid of those. And then save the 2 mana for when we get Heimerdinger next turn. To do like a Mystic Shot or a single combat. Let's see it depends on what he does though. You know, we gotta adapt to what he does. He's taking a while to think. Must be really scared. What are you doing, buddy? Because he knows that this turn he's going to lose those units. Most likely. He knows he's going to lose at least one of them. Behold the Infinite. Interesting. Really, the invoke mechanic is a little bit BS. But, alright, so...
stand in judgment.
think we do that into that, that into that, because that way they both survive and his board is wiped. And now next turn he can't open attack unless he summons something here, but even if he does, he need to summon something pretty powerful considering we have, you know, Screeching Dragon. Screeching Dragon pull from Remembrance is typically the one that we like to get because it's very good. And for example, that doesn't have Challenger, so that's good.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle.
And this is Targon, so Targon has nothing to make that attack Heimerdinger, unless one of the new cards does it, but I don't think it does. He must not have drawn Starspring. There'd be no reason not to have Starspring. So we can sacrifice our Screeching Dragon into this. Kind of a silly move for him, I feel like. I could play Lux now. I could play another Mage. I'm going to play Lux because of her barrier. So anything he summons, I can just... Lux can either guarantee me 4 damage on his Nexus, or Lux can guarantee damage on whatever he summons. Which I could potentially finish off with a Mystic Shot or single combat. And if he summons something that's annoying, I could Mage Seeker it to deal with it. Because the thing about Targon is Targon doesn't have a lot of direct damage besides like Obliterate and Meteor Shower are like the 2 sources, and you have to invoke that, which he could have one source of that from his Behold the Infinite earlier. He could have an Obliterate.
The light of my star warms the
Oh, that's good.
heavens.
Well, we can get rid of her. Get rid of that elusive unit, because elusive units are always going to be annoying.
Our bond.
And then that has lifesteal, so she's going to undo the damage he did with Lux, but we got rid of a lot of the value from that card with... So that's what he invoked. So he invoked that, so we don't have an Obliterator and Meteor Shower or anything to worry about, which is really good. Ooh, Barrier, nice. So we have Secession, which can generate us a turret onto a barrier to protect whatever we summon, or whatever... Oh. Oh. So see, that's 6 health. So yeah, I think we are going to go ahead and we'll Secession. It doesn't have Challenger, so that's good. We'll use Secession to get something on the board, and then we can Barrier if he attacks with that. Which will give us... Yeah.
This is my choice. We're in this together.
Give that Barrier.
Pushing my limits.
And then with her level up, we can use Final Spark to get rid of the dragon. And deal 3 to his Nexus. And we get 2 more turrets, which is really good. Again, Targon doesn't have a lot of direct damage to pop my barriers, which is really good. Go ahead and Final Spark. This is why I do love Lux and Heimerdinger, because now we have another Challenger unit to deal with anything problematic that he might summon.
Yes, again.
And we have this full board of turrets. And we'll summon him as well for the extra damage because this has 0 power.
There's nothing like what I know.
We're also halfway to his level up, which is really good. So yeah, just bring him down to 1 health. Targon does have a lot of healing though, so if he tries to, and I think it's all burst healing, so if he has any healing, he can stop. Otherwise, we'll win this with Mystic Shot. But we do want to try to Mystic Shot to bait out any healing that he might do. And give us another turret. So if he doesn't have any healing, then this is GG. And it's GG. Alright, easy. Nice. See, that right there is how this deck, we want to play it. We want to get Lux and Heimerdinger almost all the time. Ideally, we want to have Heimerdinger as soon as possible. Alright. Iron 2 1/4. And we're leveling up our vault in the process. Which is good. Alright. Is there anybody more on the Masters leaderboard? Yep. So I'm pretty sure that it only shows the Masters leaderboard, so I have no idea who anyone else is. But, yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We climbed to Iron 2.